I say CCTV video now Koku Anyidoho and the comma Inspector General of Police Mr. Egufo Dampare IGP Bakopeno IGP ane na pam for ayenhwemu amagye say siano nipa ni din betale video no ho CCTV video no ho ye mampani dada John Dramani Mahama na akuja to e kan the 2000 ni we first video our dia ba kire IGP asan so videos amako be enum e wo hodo man no so the ba se amba be peso as evidence na ese nyinam no evidence be insia ti we no Mahama oje no ba bia wanye nyame adu na no to na oba be fesi na konhia e wo court ban mu
akache in some matches on Nankaso or Pluguomo, Saint Sia no or Bodewru say, Ma or Magana and Swabama NDC Abano, a year former President Mahama because he nyato Abanamana, a yadria or Magan yeti at ye purchase the pape, and then some way na air tuja. Aha, a yakin to TV. The better make sure say your family if ya candy. A diva de from Bian, a member would sue, into sense and Pebby Opesa would see Bian and nurse of a such to King to TV. Now watch out to other parts from normal comments here or comment section. I say, and more if you saw be notification banner so I might send be a broken to TV when you be 18 when you're so a war Magana. Coming on a menu million young quadrillion 7 in Chimney. As answer about a bit in common.
Vice President to have his staff.
But were you not communicating?
We were communicating.
Were you disrespecting John Mahama?
This question, when people ask, my answer I say is that anybody who believes that I disrespected John Mahama then believes that President Mills was not strong. You had President Mills as President of the Republic. Mm-hmm. You had Mr. Henry Martin Newman as Chief of Staff. You had Mr. James Beba Kumensa as Secretary to President. You had Professor Uno as Chairman of Council of State. Among these four senior persons, there was no way Koku Anyidoho could have disrespected the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Paul.
But we heard stories.
As for the stories, plenty.
What about the motorcade that was returned from Kintampo?
Who with me?
Well, they don't know who. John Mahama was on the motorcade going to the north. He got to Kintampo and Colonel Atachi called him and said, who asked him to take the motorcade? He should come back to the castle.
Certainly not me.
Did you know about it? Did you hear about it?
Me. Look, let me tell you.
But did you hear about this one?
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard a motorcade. I've heard other things, but this not this motorcade.
This motorcade doesn't have your name.
Yes.
But this is one of the prominent disrespectful things that happened to John Mahama from the Mills people. He was going to.
Let me tell you other things.
He was told that return the motorcade.
Let me tell you other things that supposedly happened.
Mm-hmm.
The way the castle is configured, the topmost floor has the Vice President to one side, the President to another side, the cabinet room, secretary to the president. That's the uppermost floor. There's a dedicated corridor from the vice president's office right to the front of the president's office. The only person you meet there is the ADC, the military ADC, Colonel Lawson. My office was beneath that level. I had speeches to write. I had media people to manage. I had other engagements to So I didn't have an office in front of President Mills' office, as you've heard. That I had that my office was next to the president's office.
Did you have any encounter with John Mahama?
Hold on. Such that when the vice president is coming to the president's office,
stop him.
I'll stop him.
Did you tell?
I had no such.
Did you tell Lawson to stop him?
I mean, how? A military. Come on.
Yeah, I can understand. Colonel is not going to listen to Anyidoho to give him instructions.
Subsequently, I heard that was what was happening.
That
a certain Standogwe was issuing orders to military colonels, not under Mills. If it happened under John Mahama, that is their cup of tea, but not under Mills, not under Jerry Rawlings. The level of discipline. Paul, if I wanted to see President Mills, I had to go through the processes.
But did you have any encounter with John Mahama?
Never.
What is this story about? Some Saturday, Mills was unwell in 2012 early. Rumors were that he had died. John Mahama is reported to have called Speaker Joyce Bamfordado to tell Joyce Bamfordado that I hear the president has passed. Can you organize parliament? The story continues that Joyce then asked Kojo Chikata, that's how are we going to do this? They said the old man is dead. Kojo said, I have not heard it. How can the old man die? I don't know. He said, well, this is what the vice president called to tell. story continues that Kojo Tikata came to the castle to see what's happening. When he came, all of you were around Professor Mills singing praises, and Professor Mills was there. And then you were told, you asked Kojo, what is that? Kojo said, well, Speaker said, Vice President said, Papa has died. And I hear the Monday you went to John Mahama's office, it was brutal. Is it true?
I must have entered the Vice President's office not more than 4 times, all on official assignment.
So this story is not true?
Palpably false.
Did Mills have any problem on a Saturday like that?
I don't remember, I don't recall.
So
now let me give you a typical example of how the president respected his vice president. So the president had gone to Switzerland, to Bern, the capital, for a state visit. Then flew to Zurich to meet Sepp Blatter, to discuss football matters, because everybody knows the president and football, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the issues of accountability. Long and short. Sepp Blatter said, look, FIFA is not against accountability. What we are against is the interference of governments in the administering the FA. So, for example, if the FA goes to Congress.
Okay, so this is when you created accountability
committee
out of Parliament.
Good.
Oh, I remember that.
We created a public interest committee, of
yes,
the GFA, not Parliament.
Yeah,
public
but
interest.
Parliament acknowledged it somehow.
Good.
Yeah.
And Abedi was supposed to chair that public interest committee.
Pele.
And all that. Of course, myself, Kojo Bonsu, this same Nilante and a few people. Chumbuafu Zali. All rabid sports enthusiasts.
Yeah.
And we were all for it. Only for the president to call us one day and say, look, gentlemen, you know what? John Mahama, the vice president, has come to me. Apparently, Kwesi Nyantechi and Randy Abe
Had gone to see him.
Yeah,
to talk about it.
To make him feel that we are doing something that is not done. FIFA will collapse Ghana. FIFA collapse Ghana.
Okay, so what did the president tell you?
So the president said, the vice president came to me with this story. He's forgotten that I'm a football administrator. He's forgotten that I went to FIFA and I checked all these things. But he believes that you people are doing something and that it can affect the image of sports in Ghana. So you know what? Not that I believe him, but out of respect for him, he has come to complain to me as the president. Why don't you guys just back off so that he believes and knows that whatever he brought to me, I have handled it to the best of my ability.
Oh, that is deep.
I'm telling you. This is President Mills.
Oh, I see. So that's how
Yes.
the committee was slowed down.
Slow down.
Then you must have been annoyed with John Mahama then.
How?
Because
the president says, so me, fast forward, when now Randy and Nyantechi stop being friends, and then Nyantechi had his issues, I only said, Nyantechi, if you had allowed us at the time to help you.
Oh, you're right.
With the
If
public
there was
interest.
that public interest, the system